Well, hello. It is Monday, April 1st, the start of the magical readathon, aka the Owls. My day has been fucking insane. I woke up with anxiety, and a lot of times when I feel this kind of anxiety, it's one of those things where it's almost like a premonition that the day is going to be really, really fucked. And like I have anxiety, but this is a different kind. So far today, my husband went to take a shower and the actual faucet shot off the wall. So that happened. It's not fixed. And then just now I was preheating the oven to make my lunch and a fire started in the oven. So I'm like kind of shaky right now. I haven't eaten enough to deal with this. I was making food to hope that that would like quell a little bit of the anxiety. Bless you. That said, I got my workout in. It's also the start of Camp NaNoWriMo, and my goal this month was to do 30,000 words, so 1,000 words a day. So I have to replan lunch, which I'd already like cut up and stuff. I've written 1,000 words today, so I'm on goal. Well, over 1,000. I wrote 1,173 words, and this morning I just the dust jacket right now, but Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I'm only 40 or so pages in, but I actually am already loving it. I've heard that to get the full effect you should listen to the audiobook, but it's over a 6-month wait at my library, and I don't got that kind of time, and I'm not going to buy the audiobook of a book that I own. So I plan, because the FantasyAthon starts on the 5th, is to finish Daisy Jones and the Six, and if I can possibly also finish The Weight of the Stars by Kay Ankrum. So that way I'll be on like a good track before FantasyAthon starts. Kids are getting into stuff. I need to figure out this food and oven situation. That's it for today's update so far. I will see you when I see you. Bye. He's really tired. It is like 7 p.m. I'm going to put the kids to bed and read. It's been a really long day. That fire in the oven wasn't just like old food catching on fire. It was literally the heating element burned itself up. I don't even know. Maintenance could not make it today, maybe not tomorrow. So the hilarious part is that today was the first day on our lease renewal and probably the last time we'll renew here. I am tired. It's been a day. I did manage to read about 110 pages of Daisy Jones. I'm loving it. And I think part of it, like the 3-star reviews that I've heard are that they're from people that don't really enjoy the drugs, sex, rock and roll kind of storylines. It's got some like Almost Famous vibes. My first 2 boyfriends were in bands, so I can like relate to some of it. Also, I was big into music. I went and saw lots of live shows, probably a couple a week when I was a teenager, so it just resonates with me, and I'm really loving it so far. My hope was to finish it tomorrow. I don't know if that's going to happen, especially if maintenance does make it out, so I don't know. April Fool's was not a funny day. I'm going to call it for the day. The kids are literally driving me insane. All right, bye. What is up? Well, it's Tuesday, the 2nd. I'm dropping my daughter off at preschool. I'm almost done with Daisy Jones and the Six, like probably 75 to 80% done with it. So I will definitely finish it today as I anticipated. And then I will get started on The Weight of the Stars by Kay Ankrum. I have an Amazon package coming today that is a pre-order is coming in today, so I'll do that unboxing later. I actually have 2 pre-orders today, but one is coming from Book Depository, so God only knows when that'll arrive. I don't know, that's about it today. You've got preschool. Oliver's home from school because it's like voting day. so the kids got off. They had spring break last week, then they went to school yesterday, and then they have today off. It's silly. Hopefully maintenance comes today, and hopefully it's while my husband is still home, because I don't want to deal with it by myself. I have to run to the library to return Akira Volume 3. I did not get to it, but there's a hold on it, so I can't renew it. That's fine. I'll get it again later. And that's about it. I'm gonna go home, work out, and then read some more. Bye. All right, so I'm here with a quick unboxing. I forgot that I had, in favor of making a small Barnes & Noble order, I skipped Book of the Month this month. So,
hi.
All right, quit shaking the table, babe. I'm gonna open first. Isley, oh my gosh. First, I'm gonna open the Amazon order because one, I got myself some markers for my planner, but two, oh wow, it's bigger than I expected it to be. But it is pretty. Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. Look at that cover. And this, oh. Oh my god. Red's my favorite color, like this kind of red. Damn, okay, that's beautiful. I hope to read it this month, but obviously I gotta finish my owls first, so that's on the agenda though. And now, what I ordered from Barnes & Noble is an exclusive, okay. So I ordered a book I haven't read before, but a favorite author of mine, and I wanted the exclusive cover before it went out. So to get free shipping, because I'm not a Barnes & Noble member, I want to collect the series I've already read before, slowly but surely. So that's what I got. I'm going to stop mincing words here and just show you what I got. The Near Witch by V.E. Schwab in the exclusive like mustardy color, and love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my god. All right, one for Neil Gaiman fans. All right, you could say that. And then the series that I want to own but I haven't bought before is the Illuminate Files by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I absolutely adore this cover, and I want to get all three of them. I did fill out the pre-order incentive for Aurora Rising, which will give us an Aiden novella that takes place before the Illuminate Files. So I want to have them all. They'll look really good on my shelf. And I could reread it, which is what I intend to do anyway, just not this month. So, also I have one more pre-order coming, but I got it from Book Depository, so that won't be here today, but secrets out of the bag, it is The Devouring Greg. But I really like the hot pink pages. I really like the United States cover as well, but wow, my baby's being a butthead. But whatever, I ordered that. And then Descendant of the Crane by Joan He comes next week. So doing good, doing good, doing good. Boop. Also, reading update. I finished my first Owls book, and that is for, why don't I have the prompts in front of me? Okay, so I finished the prompt for Charms, which is to read an adult book, and I picked Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I really liked it. I gave it a 4-star. It was not as good as The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but I still thought the characters were very distinct and relatable and lovely and individual and unique. I loved the love, and I loved the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And I know that some of the people that gave it like a 3-star or less really didn't align with that kind of thing. It wasn't their bag. So I understand that entirely, but it definitely wasn't my alley. It wasn't a 5-star read because, especially put up against something as epic as The Seven Husbands, and I hate doing that to an author, to be like, yo, your last book was like so much better. But Seven Husbands elicited an emotional response, and this didn't. And that's kind of what gets me to a 5-star across the board, not just with Taylor Jenkins Reid, but like a 5-star read has to elicit an emotional response for me. And I didn't like cry, I cared, but I didn't. I woke up this morning wanting to read it. So it was definitely a strong 4-star, but I wasn't like As I said, I didn't cry, it didn't break me, it didn't make me overtly happy. It was just a very good book. So there's one. Then can you please get out of the garbage? Every time I film, I feel like I'm telling you not to play with garbage, huh? So my next goal had been going to pick up The Weight of the Stars by Kay and Crumb. And then I thought, like, don't be silly. You have classes and exams you need to finish, not just all the 12 prompts. And instead of stressing myself out at the end of the month, I'm like, I put it off. I'm gonna put off The Weight of the Stars, even though I think it'd be a quick read, till the end of the month when I get my other like 8 classes done that I need to be a healer. So instead, I decided to go with The History of Magic. It is a book that was published 10 plus years ago. So I started reading Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami. I love Murakami's work, but it is definitely like a mind fuck. Like, it's a little depressing and it moves slowly. So I've been reading for a while and I'm not that far in. I'm like maybe at 40 pages. Yeah, directly at 40 pages. It's an almost 300-page novel. If I want to finish it before the FantasyAthon starts, it means I have to read 100 pages a day. I think I can do it. I have high hopes. We're gonna cross our fingers. So far it's about a guy who's 19 and he's in university, and he's kind of got a thing going on with a girl who is his deceased best friend's girlfriend. They both lost him, obviously, when they were 17, and they re-found each other in Tokyo. There's a finster. They re-found each other in Tokyo on a train, and now they've become friends. They like hang out all the time and walk all the time, and that's about it so far. I guess we'll see what happens. It's like a story being told from the future of this character. He's like 37, 38, telling the story of his teen years and his relationship with this girl Naoko. We'll see where it goes. I've heard good things about it. It's one of his like more well-known books, so I imagine it's gonna be good. Update on maintenance: no one showed up. It is 5 p.m. I've got no oven, I've got no shower. It's been a good April so far. I'm going to go wait for my groceries to arrive. You will. And maybe I'll get more reading done. Oh, I also finished my writing for the day, so it's been a good day. A decent day. Say bye, guys.
Bye. Hey, I got the Darth Vader Lego.
Oh yeah, Ollie went into my room, into my closet, and spoiled his birthday gift. His birthday's Saturday.
Stop! Don't bite.
Bye. In case you're wondering how I get any editing done, I let this kid make this kind of mess. Yeah. Good morning, guys. It's Thursday the 4th. I didn't really do any updates yesterday because, well, first and foremost, I got made up. I did a bunch of filming, my March wrap up, which is 50 minutes long raw footage. Jesus, I don't shut up. And a couple other videos. But I didn't feel good starting Tuesday night. Like sore throat that rapidly onset because it was strep. So I got up and I filmed. I got all done up. And then by like 6 p.m. I was like, it's strep. My niece had strep. I saw her on Saturday. I held her. She's 16 months, which is very rare to get strep that little. She woke up with a fever and I held her for a while because my sister was not around. She's the dog vet, but my immune system is absolute garbage. I literally Googled how to strengthen your immune system, and if it wasn't a list of my life, I don't know what else is. It's like eat more fruits and vegetables. Check and check. Exercise regularly. Check and check. Be a healthy weight. Check. Don't drink. Check. Don't smoke cigarettes. Check. So anyway, I have strep right now. I'm on antibiotics, which I also hate doing, but hey, here we are. I'm hoping no one else in my family gets it, particularly the children. I'm trying to edit my 50-minute March wrap-up. My daughter's at school, my son's at school. My in-laws know that I have strep, so I think they're taking my daughter after her preschool class to let me just have Finn, who is awake at night for like 3 hours because he has a slight fever, but I don't think it's strep. I think it's a cold that his brother has and gave to him. Anyway, I'm 124 pages into Norwegian Wood. My goal had been yesterday to get to 200 because I was going to read it in 3 days, 100 pages a day. Clearly, I got too sick to read. I only wrote like 200 words. My goal is 1,000 words a day. I swear to God, at this year, I've been sick, like big time sick, once a month. In February, it was the flu. March, I had like my undiagnosed stomach issue attack, which happens more regularly than that, but this was like an extra bad one. And now I've got strep in the first week of April. I wanted to have this finished by tomorrow because tomorrow starts the FantasyAthon, in which I need to read 3 books. One of them is Muse of Nightmares, which is what I'm starting, and it's a tome. I might just start it tomorrow and then finish this after the FantasyAthon ends. I don't know how I'm gonna manage that. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll figure it out together. And then Descendant of the Crane will come Tuesday, which is part of my FantasyAthon TBR, and I am next in line for my ebook version of the Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. So that's what I need to read for the FantasyAthon. So I don't know if I'm gonna get all 12 prompts done for the owls now, so I'm definitely going to focus hard on the 8 that I do need to do. That's my update. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Good morning. Quick update. It is day 1 of the FantasyAthon, so now we're in the middle of the Owls and FantasyAthon, which means that I finished Norwegian Wood last night by Haruki Murakami, and I gave it a 4-star. I really did enjoy it. There's definitely some problematic elements that happen often in Murakami novels. Women are objectified, but I also sometimes wonder if it's not cultural as well as part of the time, because that book was written in like the 70s and it took place, Finn's trying to climb over the couch, it took place like 30 years previous to that even. So there's a lot to unpack in terms of the treatment of people and the subject matter. Look at you. There's a lot of sexual stuff in all of Murakami's work, and this was not any different. Didn't shy away. It gets really weird at parts. Trigger warnings. The book is all about suicide. All about it. As well as there's like a scene with pedophilia, and I feel like Murakami is kind of known for that. Not shocking, but also very weird. It has to do with a 13-year-old and like a 31-year-old, I want to say. I'm 31, so reading that was a little weird. And spoiler alert, it's 2 women. Well, a little girl and a woman, so very weird. and the way that they play it off is almost blameful of the 13-year-olds. So of all the things that are written in that novel in Norwegian Wood, that was probably the weirdest part, so be aware of that. It's already 2:30 and I am just making lunch. Today's been a wreck. So as we know, I was tested for strep on Wednesday as well as the flu. It came back positive for strep. This morning, my eldest, Oliver, it's his birthday tomorrow. He is 6. At this point, his birthday will have passed.
Yeah.
Woke up this morning and his ear hurt so much he was crying, and my husband gave him Tylenol and he proceeded to puke for the next hour.
Yeah.
So I had to keep him home from school and I took him to the walk-in hours at the doctor, and he has an ear infection. Everyone's gonna think you always go through the garbage, and you know what? It's because you always go through the garbage. I finally sort of have an appetite again, and I have to because taking amoxicillin, I need to eat in order to take the pill, and that kind of sucks. Like, more than I normally would like to eat. So yeah, I just made fresh hummus, and I've got some potatoes that I roasted in the air fryer because we still don't have an oven. And I steamed some broccoli. So I finished it though. That's the whole point. I finished it just in time to start the FantasyAthon. And also yesterday, in a great turn of events, my library hold on my ebook of Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief came in yesterday. It was like meant to be. So I did start that a little bit last night, and I read a little bit more this morning. So I think I'm about 9% through. Yes, he puked this morning.
Yeah.
I'm about 9% through that, and I am adoring it so far.
Roll up a lot.
Yeah, I know. Now he's on amoxicillin too for his ear, and it was I should have sent him to school because now he's just mom stuff. I started Muse of Nightmares. Finally.
Hey, I got the purple medicine.
Yeah, it's pink actually.
The pink actually.
I'm about 50 pages through this. I got to read a little bit while my baby napped after all of the stuff today kind of wound down. I'm really excited to get to Muse of Nightmares because I read Strange the Dreamer sometime in the fall with my friend Kayla from On the Fritz, and I put off reading this for a very long time just because other things, as I always say, other books got in the way, and I'm already back in it and already loving it. My goal is to finish it before Descendant of the Crane gets to me, hopefully on Tuesday on the release date. That said, I am now gonna go eat, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye. What's up? It is Monday the 8th, which means that this is the end of my first week reading vlog for the Magical Readathon Owls, as well as the first 3 days of FantasyAthon. My updates are that I finished 2 books for my prompts. I have 8 that I need to do, and I'd like to do all 12 of the prompts. So I finished Charms, which was an adult novel. I read Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I finished History of Magic by reading Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami. I started Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor, which I don't remember what class it's for, but it's for a book with sprayed edges or red on the cover, of which this fits both. And for FantasyAthon, it's a book that I started and didn't finish, or backlist title. It fits a couple things. I'm 64% through that. I also started Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and I'm about 25% through that, which is also for FantasyAthon, and one of the prompts I don't need for the Magical Readathon, but it fits. And that's the retelling. My update, if you saw the foreshadowing throughout this vlog, is that I got an email from Amazon. Saying that The Descendant of the Crane by Joan He, which comes out tomorrow, I will not get till the 17th. So I chatted with Amazon, and I was like, why? And they're like, well, we see that it comes out the 9th, but we will not be able to get it to you till the 17th because we need the time. And I was like, okay, but why? and they were like, it has something to do with inventory or publishing, and I know Joan has been having issues with that, so I don't really know. It had been my prompt for the FantasyAthon, so the 17th is after the FantasyAthon, so I think I'm going to replace that for now with The Near Witch by V.E. Schwab, as well as a graphic novel, which you'll see in next week's vlog. And I'll revisit the prompts to tell you what fits where for those. A little frustrating, but as long as I still get it this month, that'll be fine. It was funny because I was like, so, okay, I guess the 17th. And he was like, I can expedite the shipping for you. I'm like, all right. He's like, you'll get it the 16th. Great. Anyway, that's it for me. Like if you like this video, subscribe if you are new here and want to see more content from me. All my social media links will be down below. I hope your owls are going great and your FantasyAthon is as well if you are participating in either or both. Can you say bye-bye? Can you say bye-bye? Bye. Bye. You don't want to?